go.
Live we do go.
All right, cool.
And
We're live.
are we live?
Yep, we're live.
Is ready? I'm ready. Yes, we are live. So, welcome everybody to another Charge of Floor podcast with your boy Dojo and your boy Sammy. This one talking about the Maiden herself, Grapple. And also the arc that dropped and that is being the Cloud God Jugamortis. So, before we start, a quick shout out to Aline for posting the official art as per lately for both units and arcs.
Yep.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So even if we didn't get a grapple, we could have posted her official art, and also, Doja, I don't think you have the arc. I don't think you do.
Nah, we
Or
didn't. We
do
didn't. We
you?
didn't get that lucky.
Well, we got the official art to pose, so don't worry about that.
Yep.
So yeah, before we start, I know everyone's excited because the new collab is incoming, and you know what that means. It means that we will be talking about Fikes in Mia next week because the shift just dropped. And then we're gonna go talk about Shanley Mealy because she dropped, and also Thouser because those two go together.
Yep.
We'll have that week of we don't have to talk about the new unit because we don't tackle collab units. Who are you excited for, Dojo? In the Bayonetta, incoming Bayonetta collab?
Bayonetta, and some people pronounce it Jean or John, but Bayonetta and John, which is basically Bayonetta and then Bayonetta, but she's like an angel. So, because Bayonetta's an Umbral witch, and then the chick in the red is technically her enemy, but not her enemy. She's her friend to me. That's what she is. So I'm ready for them, and maybe Rodon. Um, the
I'm just excited about it. We're finally getting a unit it's not gonna be a short unit. Finally, we're gonna get a machine unit.
yes, that's the thing. A
I
machine.
love Okoli.
I predict her having like thaumaturgy ring plus.
Dual wield
Do,
guns.
nah, quad wheel thaumaturgy ring plus.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be so fun. But today we're gonna talk about grapple. So with the collab hype and the thought that we're gonna not be talking that, um, maybe we'll get to talk about the Granzelia squad and the and the Clodiman squad.
If it's just
Before-
Bayonetta and her, I'm getting Bayonetta. I don't care.
Alright,
I will
so-
only summon for Bayonetta. If it's that case, I'm only getting
Dojo,
Bayonetta.
did you finish the story?
No,
Oh,
I actually haven't had time. Like, the most I've been able to do in LC is literally log on, do the dailies, and then I've been working. I'm actually in the process of getting a new house.
you're gonna.
Or
you're gonna be,
possibly,
be-
possibly. I'm looking at it to see if I want it or not. So yeah, I haven't been able to do the story because it's like work, check out
It's
the
okay.
house.
We're gonna get to see a new setup on your part.
Yep, we'll see. Nothing's set in stone yet. We'll see,
All right.
but let's talk about the chick that
Yeah, I'm just making a little.
What
bit
if the
time
dude
so
she
people
gets
can-
weapons from is the
Oh,
machine?
oh yes. Talking about collab stuff.
Yep.
Cool. I'm guessing it will be Bayonetta and Jean. Oh, what if the dude she gets weapons from is the best dude?
That'd be hilarious. But
Did
we gonna talk about May, the character who let a very important person to my birthday twin Vane die. This chick that I regret summoning for, with her trash Sonic shoes on.
It's okay. It's okay. The
Trash.
lolly.
Reject Amy from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. The fucking lollipop that is actually 5,000 years old. I fucking hate her. Can I get this out of my chest? I fucking hate her design. I hate lolly characters in video games so fucking much. Like, why do you look like a child? You're
Well,
a
here's the
grown
thing. Here's
woman.
the thing about her. She
You're a
doesn't
fucking
even.
grown woman.
She.
Like I've seen in real people that are old but sure don't look like children. You know, they have this genetical disease, but they look old. Like you see that person is like, even if they're short, even if they have this disease, they look old.
Here's
But
the thing.
Grapple looks 12.
But here's the thing. Her face looks 12, but then her body.
Yes.
It's so confusing. All right, let's get into her lore before we get too far off track.
Yes, I hate it. I just have to say.
Can we just
Can we
trap for this whole? No, we have. This is an educational stream. It's an educational stream.
Educational stream.
As
But
much as I am currently,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say hate is as much as I'm currently disappointed with her.
Oh, okay.
As disappointed as I am, she is actually, all my biasness aside, she is actually a very fun unit, very great. Her animations are dope. Her point in story, her position in the story is very solid. She's that old mentor. What's up, 13? She's that old mentor that has to make hard decisions.
Yeah.
And because of that, because of some hard decisions that she's made, she's lost one of her like strongest fighters. Because Simi, and this is my theory. I'm gonna throw up the Simi sticker. What's up, 13?
The sticker? We're gonna start this podcast with the lore sticker.
Let me see. Where is it at?
Where is it? Where do you have it? I have access to it.
There we go. Boom. I still have the sticker up. So
Yes.
Here is you about to get a fist. Hey, bro, listen. I do martial arts as well, gang. Me and her go. I play Street Fighter. She gonna get hit with that cling cling tuk Hadouken Tatsumaki Senpouken. Right? My bad. Mature woman. Right? Mature woman. Right? Here's my theory, because I have the theory sticker up. I know why. From a how do you put it, when from a plot standpoint and a congruency standpoint, I know why the LC storyboard team made her and Vayne have that rift.
Alright.
Right? Here's why. They speak about how, one, we can confirm that the Jira clan is technically still alive somewhere.
Alright.
Right, because Vayne is a direct descendant of the Jira clan.
Yes.
Vita was the only, well, not the only confirmed, but he was the like main confirmed casualty.
Yes.
Right, he did his whole Magic Sandcastle arc that I didn't get. He did that, sacrificed himself, right? Mm-hmm. When Vayne got down there, if we go back to the cutscene where Vayne is getting angry at Graffle,
yes,
some of the soldiers have different character models than the ones that we've seen. So the ones that are in like the brown, that are like Vayne's quote unquote people,
yes,
and like, you know, that just use blades and everything, and then the resistance people that are all purple. You actually see people wearing the same robes that Vita was wearing. Yeah. So I believe that for the plot point, if they were as strong as an ally, and with how strong Vayne is, the resistance, the way they're putting it, like in most anime and video games where there's a resistance, the resistance is supposed to be weak. or weaker than
Mhm.
whoever they're fighting, right?
Yes.
If they had Vayne, the resistance wouldn't be as weak as they were. Like,
Yes.
imagine if Vayne, Ardeen, and Leona, all three of them were actually fighting together with how strong Vayne is. Vayne knows where Ray is. There's no telling, and the entire outside of the kingdom of Grandar,
Grandar?
the entire outside of the kingdom, one of the gates is literally right next to sand, and there's a technique which they could pull, where you can take sand, grind up other dirt, and then make it into sand. So if they wanted to actually attack, they could literally have Vayne make a tunnel. Like, Vayne is strong as hell. Like, the way they describe it, the Scourge that Kyle, because Kyle is overpowered, only Vayne can take that down. Everybody else is losing their shit. And I guarantee if the Scourge popped up in Grandar, who would be able to take it down? Melee, maybe. Thouser. Didi doesn't have a chance in hell. And Vayne. So if Vayne was with the Resistance and there wasn't any beef, they'd be I'm not gonna say on par with the Empire, but they'd have more. I feel like the Empire would be, because they were searching for them, right? But it wasn't until Kyle got involved that they actually started like, all right, cool, we got to focus back on the Resistance. The Resistance were treated like as an afterthought. Like, yeah, they did some things like some small explosions, but they didn't have the Empire's attention as much as they do now. Because now the Empire is moving on like Guara. Thouser sent Mistress Didi after the actual Resistance base. Like the Empire is starting to focus on the Resistance again. Because a lot of people who used to be in the Resistance and are in the Resistance are causing trouble. So I believe that one of two things is going to happen, and if the first thing I say happens,
The cutscene.
there might not be any more lore podcasts, including Dojo, if the first thing that I'm about to say happens. If Vayne dies...
No.
If Vayne
Listen,
dies...
nobody dies in Last Claudia. Nobody dies in Last Claudia. I'm watching the cutscene, you mean? And I don't see the...
I swear I felt like they were wearing...
No, they aren't there.
They aren't?
No,
okay. I might be tripping.
And they're not there.
I might be tripping. I don't know why, but I feel like there was a difference.
No, but I mean, there could be like Legora soldiers that were there and went with Bane, you know, like
Yeah.
they're ex-soldiers from the Resistance
Okay, that makes
went with
sense.
Bane,
That
but
makes sense.
there's not
Nobody
people
else is
from
wearing
the Tyra
robes?
clan.
Nobody else is
There's
wearing...
no-
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
I was rewatch. As you were talking, I was rewatching the cutscene.
Okay. Can you say it if it's
Alright.
all turned to glass? Do you know how hot you gotta... I mean, beyond Ryvern,
Before the fight in desert, that's Bane's playground.
I don't think, what's
They're
it called?
headed to like Borat now, so yep.
I don't think, what's it called?
I think, following your theory on why there's beef between them, besides, you know, for plot reasons.
If
I
Vayne
think
dies,
Ruffles-
I'm taking a break from last
I think
Claudia.
Ruffles too is scared to lose her setup, you know, like the Resistance. Like, I want to lose as less people as I want,
Yeah.
so I'm willing to sacrifice some people in order to keep the group as a whole active. Like Ardeen says, like the whole Resistance who have fall down if we went to save Vita. So Graffle is willing to make that sacrifice, like sacrifice Vita in post of the Resistance being saved. You know?
Yeah. Which I can
think-
respect. I understand it, but I'm still on Vayne's
Yeah,
team.
like keep the loss at minimum. You know, the plot armor when no one dies and this is a flashback. Everyone in the flashback look at the massively plot. Yeah. All right. Let's start with Graffles, and we are just.
Where's
wasting time
the
because-
link to the
Oh,
lore?
right here. I'll post it on live chat. That's Raffles. And this is the cloud. Alright, let's start with leader of the resistance.
Oh, you put it in
I was
here.
just
I'm
making
tripping.
time so everyone can come in
Yeah.
and be settled in, maybe grab a cup of tea or something. Alright. Leader of the resistance. The founder and the leader of the resistance. The organization that defies the Granzelia Empire. Graffel, the Resistance's founder, has vigorously commanded its soldiers and led its members from the line she began the organization until this very day. The strength of her leadership was doubtlessly played a major role in the Resistance's growth into a huge organization it is today, despite the overwhelming force that is the Granzelia Empire. However, whenever conversation turns to Graffle, it's inevitably her fighting capabilities are mentioned. Although her current position as the leader of the resistance has made it rare for her to jump into battle at the moment notice. What is she doing? Are you fighting? When she's on the battlefield, her fighting abilities are best summed up with one word: unrivaled. She is said to be one of the best, if not the best, fighters in Granta. Likewise, she also actively trains those in whom he sees potential, so she may pass on her fighting techniques, like she has done with Leona and Ardeen. Ardeen and Leona are two of those actives in the Resistance known to be her pupils. Incidentally, three Resistance members have her call her General Graffle, quote unquote. The resistance isn't organized into military ranks. Rather, she's referred to this title out of respect for her overwhelming strength and charisma. I have one question. Then why is Erdine called the commander? If they don't have military ranks, why is it Commander Erdine?
Strength.
Like, why? I get Graffle, but what about Erdine's title
Strength.
as a commander?
Strength.
Euphoria.
No, strength. Legit. So, again, I'm referencing anime. Bro, at this point, LC just needs an anime.
It's an anime, yes.
Yeah. Put it to you like this. All right, Simi's the lore god, right?
Hello.
So a god, deity, one above all.
Yes.
I'm the shogun, so I'm below Simi. I'm knowledgeable in the game. I'm knowledgeable. I read. I have a lot of time on my hands, so I read. I try to delve in things. I am literally trying to dissect the story of a phone game. I haven't dissected it as much as Simi, or I haven't done as much as Simi has, with Simi writing all the lore summaries and everything.
Yes.
So they're a god. So Graffle and you would be generals. You're the general of the lore army.
General. And
Your word carries weight because of how much you've done. I came up after you. Like, I'm coming up after you, and I have my own strengths, right? Like being able to wail and pull everything when I see see
You're
fit.
the commander.
So I'm the commander.
So
Ardene's strength, because mind you, they're both her pupils, but they only refer to Ardeen as commander because beyond the fact that, you know, Leona is a princess.
Yes.
Right, so that's her rank, which has no real bearing.
Yeah.
It could be argued that either Ardeen is somewhat stronger than Leona, because, you know, we've seen what happened when Ardeen starts being a little bit too flirtatious and Leona decides to give him a fist bump to the face. Mm-hmm. Right, like when they were running and she was injured and she gave him a swift one to the jaw.
Yeah.
And we can obviously tell where she got that technique from, because when he started saying, oh yeah, she's old, and Graffle decided to send him back into his ship from the outside of the ship. So
Somebody too.
So it's literally strength. So it'd be like commander. So it's like general, commander, and then let's say Leona, Barcelo, and everybody else, depending on how strong they are, if their name, if they have some feats of strength, captains, and then people who are under them that they trust, lieutenants. So it's not like they're, oh, we don't have military ranks, we're just going off of strength.
Alright, however, rumor has it that before Graffle founded the resistance, she was enlisted in one military organization, wherein she
I
held
flirt
the
with
rank
Graffle,
of
Babas
general.
need love too. Hey, listen.
Though seen as Graffle herself has never said anything about that hinted this, the veracity of this rumor is questionable at best. Okay, I've seen some interesting comments that I want to mention, like flashback, all the blood, all the death, destruction, modern day, full of friendship, I conquers all, ancient civilizations versus modern civilizations. That is very true. It's an allegory. Elsie needs an MMO, please, more than an anime. Yes, please give us Last Claudia MMO.
If we have
MMO
Last
will
Claudia
be
MMO, I'm paying to win.
really strut at the stuff they made with the story and action units, and then an anime will be something good to capitalize on. I feel with Graffle. No! Babas need more love.
Alright.
No!
I'm gonna take the second part. We're gonna leave tomorrow. It's all.
Alright.
Extraordinary strength. Graffle's absolute strength. Huh?
Put God to the accent. The Graffle accent.
Graffle's Graffle's absolute Graffle's absolute strength is, of course, commonly known inside and even outside the resistance. In fact, there are numerous rumors circulating about her strength. With a single blow, she once slew a dragon that was terrorizing people. One day, a skyship broke down and she towed it all the way back to HQ by herself. I believe it. When a village well dried up, she split the tough bedrock above an underground waterway with her bare hands. She once punched upwards. Bro, what is she, Saitama?
Yes.
I didn't read this. I read the arc lore first because the arc just looks so cool. The fact that it has a little skull.
We always do unit first.
Yeah, I know, but it's just I'm so mad that I didn't read this, bro. She's One Punch Man. She once punched upwards toward the sky on a rainy day, and with the kinetic. Why are they being so specific? They said the kinetic force. With the kinetic force from her fist, cleared away the rain clouds. These are just some of the rumors. However, they may be more incredible than they sound, as a surprising number of people have come forth claiming to have witnessed the events firsthand. As many rumors as there are about her strength, there are also just as many regarding her actual identity. Her dainty feminine appearance that hides tremendous strength, her strange abundance of combat knowledge, her unique manner of speaking, all these things shrouded in mystery, which has in turn led people to rampantly speculate. She's actually the reincarnation of an ancient dragon god. I believe it.
Or an ancient dragon goddess.
Or goddess, yes. She's an elderly martial arts master who keeps herself looking young through special breathing techniques. Okay, Demon Slayer.
I believe this.
Okay, Demon Slayer. Her human form is just a disguise. Her true form is actually a terrifying arch being.
Imagine the ship.
Oh no! That'd actually be cool.
Yeah.
Like she just turns into like, oh, that would be dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
She's an elaborate human-shaped automaton that was created in an other world. She's the Terminator. I'll be back.
Yes.
Let me see. Blah 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 blah. Where is she at? However, in contrast to the rumors about her strength, the majority of these rumors, that is to say, pretty much all of them, are entirely baseless. Incidentally, Graffle herself is aware of these rumors, and yet, rather than drawing her ire, they seem to have brought her exasperation, as she was once overheard muttering, all these people think some pretty crazy things about moi. Ardeen, who was nearby at the time, reflexively began to retort with the, can you blame him for... Before he was probably shut up by a glare from Graffle. Alright, now listen. Ardeen, listen to me, brother.
Ardeen.
Listen to me. If they had have not said that she's an elderly martial arts master who keeps herself young with breathing techniques, or that her human form is a disguise, right? You could say that and you probably wouldn't have gotten that look. But, like, I'm saying, Ardeen, listen. There's a time and a place. That's all I'm going to say. Moving on. There's a time and a place.
Leave it to moi.
All right, I love her accent.
Thank you.
Due to the position as leader of the resistance, only in dire situations does she leave the organization's headquarters. That being said, there have been times when she has ventured from the resistance HQ if a matter piqued her interest. From a nearby village, the resistance once received a request for assistance in the form of personnel, as a horde of sky dragons had built a nest nearby. Upon hearing this, Graffel's impulse was to dispatch a squad of reasonably skilled troops. But the villagers had not been asking for the deployment of who could slay the dragons. Rather, they wanted someone who could teach the ways of battle and enable them to fight the sky dragons themselves. I'm gonna let you say this.
I did request indeed.
Now invested, Graffel took it upon herself to head out to the village alone, without any soldiers in tow. Upon arriving, she was...
Informed?
I know, I just read it, and I was just like, oh.
Yes.
It's coming together.
It's coming.
She's
That's what
old.
I thought reading her lore.
She's old, and Graffel, you swing on me, I promise you I'm gonna catch you with that. Alright. Upon arriving, she was informed that during the war with the God of Ruin, a great hero and a maiden had visited the village. The villagers saw their reluctance to rely on others and learned the value of fighting on one's own.
Stop here. So, we're getting this village, right, Adis? We're gonna visit this village in-game, right, Adis? Right? We're gonna we're gonna be there, right? Please, just let us. So that's why. I like your attitude. In that case, I'll let it ahead, said Graffel.
She then thoroughly taught the villagers how to fight, patiently matching their level each step of the way. Eventually, the horde of sky dragons attacked the village. However, the villagers, now equipped with Graffel's lessons, bravely fought against the sky dragons and effectively repelled them one by one. However, as they did so, a dragon, incomparably larger than the rest, emerged from the horde. Against such a formidable foe, the villagers naturally shrunk back, and though Graffel had remained on the sidelines out of respect for the villagers' wishes to fight on their own, it was at this point she stepped forward to protect them.
Right, that beast is way out of the leagues. Leave it to moi.
Graffel said with a stone-like expression on her face that was meant to calm the villagers. It was then that the huge dragon opened its mouth and launched an enormous fireball at her. But Graffel didn't panic. Instead, she raised her fist in a fighting stance and unleashed a punch. At that very moment, a tidal wave of force rushed forth from her, dispersing the fireball instantaneously. Such was the terrific kinetic force Graffel's punches held. She is Saitama.
Yes.
Graffel, I'm slowly starting to not hate you.
The next moment?
There we go. In the next moment, Graffel had disappeared from where she was, standing only to suddenly reappear in the sky above the dragon. With a downward swoop of her leg, Graffel launched a ferocious kick straight into the dragon's head, one that sent the dragon plummeting straight into the ground.
Force behind you, nothing personal, kid.
It was rigged from the start. But Graffel's attack wasn't finished yet. Out of nowhere, Graffel had appeared back on the ground, readying her fist in weight of the following dragon. So she kicked the dragon, kicked the air, and got on the ground before the dragon hit the ground. Just to let y'all know. She's anime. She is an ancient dragon god. Y'all can see me. Hold on. She's an ancient dragon god. She doesn't look like she's swinging on me yet, so I'm safe. Out of nowhere, Graffel had appeared back on the ground, readying her fist in weight of the falling dragon. She then thrust her fist out once more, walloping the dragon with such strength it was sent flying, unable to even raise a roar before its last breath was taken by Graffel's single attack. Sydney.
Oh no! Oh, you're getting up.
Upon seeing the alpha dragon of the horde be so utterly overpowered, the remaining sky dragons scattered in fear. Yeah, she's Mm.
It's something.
So, you're all right, Graffle.
Meanwhile, the villagers were left flabbergasted. Yes, it says that in the last Claudia lore. Alright, we're
Yeah.
not making this up.
Meanwhile, the villagers were left flabbergasted, for they just witnessed an enormous dragon be taken down single-handedly by Graffle, who was, by all appearances, just a cute little girl. That's how you get your chest caved in.
This is why I hate this so much.
Disciplinarian of pupils. When Graffle finds those she thinks have the making of being of a fighter, she often goes out of her way to teach them the basics of how to fight. This is regardless of whether they're resistance members or not. As such, there are said to be a number of Graffle's so-called pupils scattered throughout the... There's more. Adis, I need a Graffle squad. I will make a tower team of nothing but people that Graffle have taught. That is my goal. I am doing that as soon as stream is over. I am making a Graffle only tower clearing team. So she is also exceptionally enthusiastic when it comes to training. And the more a person has the right qualities, the more rigorous she makes their training. Of those currently within the resistance, Leona and Ardeen are known to be Graffle's pupils. Though Ardeen's training was brutal, it was also relatively short. When Graffle was asked about this, she had the following to say. Ardeen already acquired a unique fighting style for Oh, this is you.
Wait. Ardeen already got quiet a unique fighting style for we maybe met. He was happy to mastered. Though there was something in him, so I'll train that out of him. Ardeen's master when? Ardeen's master when, natives? I need to know.
Jade, come on. Just give us Jade. We know the name.
Give us... No, I mean, he could... Adel is alive, so why shouldn't Jade be alive as well?
Just bring Jade. I need them.
Please.
On the other hand, since Leona had desired to be a melee fighter who fully commanded the physical body similar to Graffle herself, Graffle trained her with painstaking relentlessness and with particular intensity. For a time, not a day went by where the rigorous shouts wouldn't ring through Resistance HQ from its training area during the practice sessions. When asked about those days, Leona responded,
well, this is Leona, but I'll get her. The Maiden wasn't harsh or anything like that. Sure, sparring with her might have been me puked by gusts out of a lot of times, but it's because of those times where I was trained to my absolute limits that I've become who I am today.
It's clear that both Ardeen and Leona hold respect for their Maven. And, history fact, Maven is the same as teacher, Shifu, sensei, Koicho, Grandmaster.
Whatever title.
Inspiring coach. Basically, if somebody teaches you or is training you, that's what Maven is. So, who taught them the ways of battle? At the same time, Graffle's coaching was purportedly so severe precisely because of their latent abilities. When asked if they would undergo her training again, both vehemently shook their heads no. As they should.
Alright, and now we get to the arc lore. If you don't have the arc,
I don't, sadly.
I'll stream this.
Oh, did you get the arc?
No, but I got a nice picture.
I was about to say she got the...
Look at that. This is the official art, by the way. Wait a minute.
This is
official art.
There we go. Okay, hold on. Let me do
Look
this.
at that.
Let me do...
Thanks, Pauline, for posting this.
There you go. Alright, it's up.
It's up. Alright. So, let's go. Monster in the Cloud Field. A monster that dwells in the west grander cloud field. So says the legend, passed down through generations of a skyshipper man. In actuality, the Western Cloudfield is known for being a perilous passage, one in which a large number of skyships have become missing. So, like Bermuda Triangle. Officially, the
Ooh, I
reason
never
of
made that
these
connection.
disappearances is unknown, but it is said that the cause is particular rough cloud currents. However, seasoned skyshippers know the truth. The aforementioned legend is no lie. If intruders into the western cloudfield are able to advance into the deep recesses, they'll see the monster, a mysterious beast of gigantic proportions. The beast's enormous body far exceeds the realm of our common sense, being easily mistaken for a mountain, no, a continent. Seeing it course through the crowds, pulverizing and swallowing all things in his path, one could lose all sense of reality and be engulfed in a deep astonishment that transcends terror. Alright, you got the second one.
Mm-hmm. Impending doom on the Saint Rose. One day, the Hamartin craft Saint Rose entered a certain region on a special mission. That region, a belt of the West Grandar Cloudfield. As the region was known to be perilous, it was normally avoided. But in order to avoid garnering attention and shorten the travel period, a crew member suggested taking a route through it, to which Captain Ardeen accepted. This also could be another reason why Ardeen is, well, actually no, because now they're referring to him as Captain because he's piloting the ship. He's the head of the ship. So, they say a monster dwells here, but rumors are rumors. I don't. Oh, Ardeen voice. They say a monster dwells here, but rumors are rumors. I don't know what's actually there, but as long as we don't go in too deep, we should be a-okay. For what it's worth, the Saint Rose is no ordinary skyship. It's built to be extremely durable and is unperturbed by obstacles to a certain degree. And so, barring anything excessive happening, our dean thought there should be no problems. However, he would soon realize that was a mistake, and something far exceeding excessive dwelled in this region. It was some time after the St. Rose had entered the western cloudfield that things began to get strange. Without any advance warning, the vessel encountered a tremendous amount of turbulence, causing it to shake violently and knock down the sky shipman. Ardeen himself only managed to stay on his feet. I guess they don't call this a perilous route for nothing. As the turbulence subsided and the crew attempted to get back onto their feet, the very atmosphere itself seemed to vibrate around them. It was then Ardeen and his crew saw it. From out of the clouds emerged a gigantic, grotesque beast that seemed to be slowly moving towards them. Holy hell, that thing is massive! The crew fell into a panic upon the appearance of this thing that defied their understanding. Even Ardeen could only stand in amazement for a moment before coming to his senses and shouting, "Calm down!" to his crew around him. It was then that one of the crew asked Ardeen, "Should we attack?" "Attack? You think we can even scratch it?" "Well, there's the only one thing to do when you're encountering something like that." Like Zoink, Scoop, run! Ardeen ordered Ardeen ordered an immediate withdrawal from the region. Upon receiving his command, the crew regained their composure to some extent and began frantically maneuvering the St. Rose. Though the ship fled at full speed, still the gigantic beast followed. It chased after them with such an unexpected speed that even Ardeen began to prepare himself for the worst. However, after they passed through a certain region, the beast gave up its chase for some reason and went back from whence it came. Despite the perplexing state of things, several of the crew sank to the floor in relief when they realized that somehow they had escaped. Ardeen himself let out a harsh breath, as if unwinding the taut rope of tension he held inside. Phew, we made it. Having escaped death by a whisker, Ardeen returned to the Resistance HQ and reported the incident to Graffle. However, Graffle didn't appear to be particularly surprised by the news of the enormous beast. She only muttered with a deep sense of emotion,
We see, so the beast has returned to his domain. It seems his death wasn't in vain after all.
yeah.
Right.
Now, real quick,
Real quick.
how do you think the Grandar crew is going to react to Durandal coming through a portal when it ever comes through? You know, with
Well, maybe they're like, holy shit, one of the lost ships is back. I don't know, maybe that. Maybe it's like, oh, look, one of the ships actually survived. Oh, would you look at that? They're not gonna question it. Like, they're not gonna question it. It's not just a sky ship. It's just another sky ship in a world where sky ships are normal.
Now, next question. Whose firepower do you think is more powerful?
Grandar for sure.
Grandar sky ships?
They got more advanced technology. We've seen it one time and again.
True. Okay. Okay.
Sweet revenge for an old friend.
Yep.
You got this.
Wait, sweet revenge for an old friend. I thought. Oh wait, no. That's why my thing didn't update. There we go.
You got this.
Yep. Sweet revenge for an old friend. Gravel then proceeded to tell Ardeen a certain tale. It was an old tale, one about a friend she used to have. Somebody that you used to know.
No! They have to cut me down.
Right. Gravel's friend, already an old man by that point, had lost his daughter and grandchild after the skyship they were on were attacked by the colossal beast and crashed. Overcome with grief, the old man swore to have his vengeance. He then set himself straight to modifying his own skyship for battle and making preparations to defeat the beast. That damnable beast stole the most important people I had from me. Even if it kills me, I'm going to take a chunk out of that thing. Afterwards, news came of another skyship filled with many people being attacked by the enormous beast. The old man, thinking that it was untenable to allow the beast to claim more victims, boarded his only partly modified skyship and rushed towards the location where the beast was known to lurk. What he found there was a giant beast one-sidedly toying with the skyship filled with people. To protect them, the old man piloted his own skyship in front of the beast and began to carry out his attack. Those attacks appeared to do little to no damage. He succeeded in giving the other ship a chance to escape. It's payback time, the old man said with this smile on his face, but it was that moment of clearness that was his fatal mistake. The beast began to deftly dodge his attacks and then followed up by smashing the old man's skyship with his tail. With just that single hit, the old man's skyship took irreparable damage and was no longer able to be steered correctly, let alone make it back home. So this is how I go. But don't think you'll get away unscathed. When the old man had decided to take his revenge, he had already planned for the eventuality he found himself in. He also had already decided exactly what he would do if this situation did occur. He put the skyship at full throttle. Pause. Why? Even just from like a Grandar standpoint, because I'm pretty sure that the Grandar people know about this. How come nobody's decided to just mount up against the beast? I hate when shows and civilizations do that. Like, just blow the damn thing up.
The Bermuda Triangle is bad. I mean, why?
You know where the thing about it is, right? The way they did it, the way they're telling us about it, right? You know the beast that's the only... That beast is like the main hazard. They don't talk about nothing else but that beast, which means the Bermuda Triangle is that beast domain, which means the only threat in there is that beast. So how come nobody's blown that mother out the sky?
Because they don't care. It's just like, avoid that route, everything will be okay as long as we avoid that and go other way. Just don't bother.
Fair enough.
They're low effort. They just don't care. This part in the arc lore about the old man and modified skyship, it instantly made me think of Ravane.
Fair. Okay.
Ooh,
of course the skyship's frame couldn't handle this and began to shake apart, causing a series of explosions, but the old man paid no mind. His target was the beast itself. The beast seemed shocked by the sudden appearance of this skyship, racing towards it and attempted to dodge, but the old man would not let the gigantic beast escape. Eat this, you son of a... Colliding directly with the old man thought was the enormous beast's mouth. The skyship exploded frantically into naught but scattered pieces of shrapnel. Of course, there was no way for its pilot, the old man, to be spared. In turn, neither did the beast that had been ran by the skyship harm. It writhed in agony before sinking back into the cloud field. Oi.
We only found it I think
Yeah, that's you. That's
it's
Grapple.
Graffle because of the oi.
Yeah.
We only found about its final moments because its sketchy black box was found. So say Graffle, I rarely seen sad expression on her face.
That's still
That place
Grapple.
where you not only escape death's the place where Eerie rammed the beast during their battle. And so
Ah,
that's why the beast they the face full of skyship dead.
Grapple nodded at Ardene's words, and after a moment of reflection, continued speaking. Even though, oh, this is you.
Even though he sacrificed his life, he couldn't fell the beast, but he managed to hurt it, even to put a limit on these rates of affections. So his death was not in vain. The cloud god,
The Cloud God, Baba Yaga, murder you this.
that dude was been going fast towards the monster. Meow.
Cloud God this. Cloud God
There
murder
is a
you this.
mysterious giant beast in the West
Grandar
Grantor
Cloud.
Cloudfield
For a
for a
long
long
time.
time.
Go ahead, go ahead. Do you want me to do it?
Do
Here,
you realize we're perfectly
yeah,
synchronized?
that's what I was trying to go for. Here, I'll do it. Let me put on the
That's
deep
my
voice.
dad. Say hi, it's my dad.
Let me put on the deep voice. For a
For
long
a
time,
long time.
its
Its
true
true identity
identity has been a mystery.
has been a
Go
mystery.
ahead, just go.
Recent research has yielded a new theory about the beast. The theory states that this enormous beast is actually one of the gods of ruin former divine soldiers, cloud god Murba Jubis. So we know how long has this been there?
Uh,
It must be more than 300 years because that's
yeah,
when Lougseus, Granzelia, yada yada. So
yeah.
this shit it's as old as Lagrain, if not older. So keep that in mind. This shit was there when Lougseus was in Claudia. While Cloud God, and why is it Cloud God if it's a divine beast? We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, why is it not divine beast Murdajubis? Why is it Cloud God? Why is it a god? Like, it's just a title. I don't know. It's just why isn't divine beast? And also, look at the coloring. That ain't divine beast of Lougseus color. Because we know that every divine beast of Lougseus has the white and red skin color. But look at this one. It has the reds, alright, but it also has blue, not white. So maybe this isn't a divine beast of Lougseus. Maybe this is a divine beast of Lilaha. Because it isn't like Loxean colored, you know?
Yeah.
So it is really strange that they mentioned that it's actually one of the gods of ruins former. Emphasis on former. Like it isn't anymore. And it's just not because Luxus is dead. It's just former. Like it now belongs to another god. Or maybe it became its own god, and that's why it's known as a cloud god. You know? Like a divine beast that transcended and is now a god. If so, watch out, Lilaha. Another god is trying to rob out your domain. Like cloud god Murvagius is a divine beast of the god of ruin. Now, I know you're using present, like is. It's one of the former, or it is as a present. Please make up your mind, lore. Well, it is one of which hardly any traces of documentation or records exist regarding its activities. Ordinary posts, like the other divine beasts, Murderjuvis also held immense power, but this power was restrained through the Luxian forces. For if Murderjuvis were to get out of control, its enormous size would allow it to wreak devastation so catastrophic that even the god of ruin would be rendered unable to exert his influence over his domain. Like, how does that work?
When a
How do you
sandworm,
manage?
when a
How do
sandworm and a Lougseus love each other very much.
you?
That's messed
All
up.
right. How does this work? How do you manage to do a divine beast that is more powerful than you? How?
A-
How,
anime,
how do you mess up this much?
anime, anime, anime.
Is the
Well,
name
well,
Elsaria?
this-
Instead of Elsaria, it's just anime
depending on the
now.
situation, it's El Shari or anime.
Elsaria or anime. depending depending on if it is actually a plot hole or it's just no explanation. It is just as it is, and you have
Yeah.
to understand that it is as it is. Like, yep, it just I think Elsaria is for unanswered questions.
Yeah.
And anime is for answered questions that make no damn sense. Like, it make no damn sense.
Yeah,
Anime.
no, it's
And how does this Elsaria? In present-day grandeur, the influence of the Gorwin has been all but wiped out. So if that enormous beast is truly one of the divine beasts, the control that was held over it was thought to have long since wanted. In any case, it still remains a creature to be feared. While for the time being its activities seem to be confined to the west grander cloud field, it seems to be due to an injury it suffered in a certain battle. And if that injury were to heal, there is incredibly high chance that his habitat could expand greatly. So, it is sure a being that humanity must be extremely vigilant against. So it's like, yeah, he's there, but it's just because he's injured. Maybe we'll have to face it one day, or maybe when the
Godforge
Durandal.
boss. New Godforge
So
boss win.
underneath the clouds, is it a body of water? I've always wanted to know. It doesn't seem like so. It
So underneath
doesn't
the
seem
clouds is a body.
beneath
I
the.
feel like so we already discussed the fact that technically Claudia is above Granzelia, right?
Yeah, I mean, could you get more specific than Lennius and Adel descending into Granzelia?
Yeah.
Can you get more specific? So, yes, I do. I mean, at this point, it's just. I mean, at this point, there are so many clues. So many fucking clues that Granzelia and Claudia are in the same world. It's just that one is above the other. That's
but
just a
that's
theory.
just a
A
theory.
game theory. Thanks for watching. Or if Claudia, listen to me. If Claudia is its own world, okay? Claudia isn't about Granzelia. There must be a surface. Like, there must be something beneath Claudia. Be it whatever it is. Another continent. But there has to be something below. Like, Claudia is just in the clouds. But there has to be something below it. So below those clouds, there has to be a planet. Even if it's wrecked down. Or maybe Cloud is a planet that exploded, but it doesn't make sense because what is holding it together? What is holding Claudia?
El Shari.
Like, it's just floating in the sky. Like, if it were just an island floating in the middle of nothingness, why is there an atmosphere? Like, there has to be an atmosphere in order to be clouds. So if this is your planet, and this is something that keeps the planet together, and this is Claudia, there has to be something beneath it. Be it a core, be it technology, something.
El Sharia.
Alsaria, yes. And friendship is holding it together.
But no.
Yes.
I feel like
If
and this is a game theory anyway.
in theory, yes.
I feel
but
like
wait.
I feel like because the way they have it, the clouds act like a body of water, and
Yes.
then
Because you can actually fish there. There's actually
yeah,
fishing
like
spots.
like you can fish for cloudfish,
You can
cloudfish.
fish for
Jesus.
cloudfish.
So I
Like
feel
the
like
clouds.
maybe the water is the barrier, right? Like the
Yes,
like the god
exactly.
the
There's the bear.
freaking the murder god Uvis.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe that area over there, like when it sank down, it
Oh my God, Dojo, pull the sticker up. Pull the
oh
sticker
crap,
up.
my
Oh
bad.
my God.
I feel
Oh
like
my God.
the way there it is right there.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. All right. It just, it was just. You can see the light bulb
Hmm.
over my head right now. Like, oh my God, what if Claudia is an artificial island above the actual Claudia? Listen to me. All right. So Claudia was a planet. All right. It was a planet, normal planet. Like
Hmm.
you had got your rivers, you got water, normal water, not just cloud water. You got everything. Then Lougseus came, wrecked it all up, and got hashtag destroyed. Like actually destroyed. Like holy shit, the place is wrecked. And then came Lilaha and said, "You out of here now." And Lougseus was like, "All right, I'm done. Like I'm done with this world. Like I already brought ruin to this world. Like have you seen the actual state of things? I'm gone. Bye." And he went to Granzelia too, because we know Lougseus goes to a world, wrecks it up, and goes to the next.
Hmm.
So that's what happened to the real Claudia. And then Lilaha was like, "What if I fake that I actually won a battle against him, and I make an artificial island above, like way up above in the clouds,
Hmm.
and I make a barrier so they don't see the real world, and that is a barrier of clouds. And then cloud is in our artificial island, but the real cloud is beneath it, and it's like in Lillehammer state, like everything's worked up. And this is just one of the beasts that are like in the surface that have ascended into Claudia because it's the cloud god. It does that. So beneath Claudia, there's divine beasts, divine souls, everything. Like everything's messed up. And then this is like one of those things that can transcend the barrier, and it's like, yes, I'm from the real Claudia, and that's my theory. What do you think about it?
If we're going off of that, then I'm piggybacking. The West Grandar cloud fields is the
It's like a
gateway
whole
is the gateway to
yes
Granzelia.
between
Murder God
no
Uvis is defending that.
no like I'm saying that Claudia is like if Claudia is its own world,
Mm-hmm.
the surface is messed up, like Lillehammer stuff.
You're saying so you're saying that the okay, 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 okay.
Claudia is its own world. If
I get
Claudia
what you're saying.
if
I get
Claudia
what
is
you're
a different
saying.
world than Granzelia, if
I
Granzelia
get
and
it.
Claudia are different worlds, like they're different. Granzelia is Claudia isn't about Granzelia, but the real Claudia, it's a planet, but the fake Claudia
Yeah.
is the place we're in right
Oh,
now. It's an
that sounds
artificial
dope.
island. It is fake. The real Claudia is messed up.
That sounds dope. Oh yeah, I'm excited for this next story update. And I haven't even finished
But
this one. That's
that
crazy.
I think it can be both. It can go both ways. Like the West Grandor Fields is a pathway to the surface of Claudia, and maybe when the Durandal comes, it goes to the surface, and it's like, wait, is this Claudia? There's no one here. There's nothing here. It's just a wasteland. And
That'd be
they
dope.
and up there they see the cloud barrier and like the artificial island and everything, and it's like, what the fuck? What the actual? It's like Laputa, the artificial floating island. It's like Moo. Claudia is Moo. It's like floating island, whatever. So Laham is lying to everyone, like, oh yeah, I defeated Lougseus. I made him go away. Wrong. He was already done with Claudia. He had nothing to do there anymore, because he brought ruin to that world. And the leftovers, Lilaha was like, alright, you, and you're coming with me. I'm gonna make an artificial island, and you're gonna live happily ever after. And if you tell the truth, I'm gonna fucking and maybe the survivors of that old world at the prefect, like all the prefects that she has, like the first batch of prefects were like the survivors of the old world. And it's like, you're not gonna tell anyone about this. You're
That'd be
not gonna.
interesting. That's
True.
dope. But
I
yeah.
think I think I got that. I think if that is if it is in Granzelia, like Claudia isn't about Granzelia, it's his own world.
Yeah.
That's my theory. The real Claudia is messed up, and the Claudia we're in, it's a fake Claudia.
Or it's the part of Claudia that got saved.
Yes.
Okay.
And Lilaha elevated it, and it's now in the clouds.
That's dope. All right, but
And
yeah.
maybe the three emperors are like the descendants of the survivors of the old world, and they know the truth, and that's why everyone's scared about, like, Leodor's scared about them, and Raffle is like, oh, the three emperors. It's like they're important because they're the descendants of the survivors of the real Claudia.
That would be
Maybe.
dope.
Maybe.
But
That's like, I think that's one of my craziest theories, but it makes sense. It makes so fucking sense. Why did Lougseus go away that easily? And why did Lilaha have to if he did it out of Claudia, why did she later have to seal him in a dawn? Like, why? What's the reason? Why didn't you seal him in a den in the first place? Because Lougseus was already gone when Lilaha arrived. And she just made this story of, yes, I defeated him. Of course I did. She's a fucking liar. I'm just saying, she's a fucking liar. And when Lougseus was like, I'm gonna break this world, and Lilaha was like, you know what? This maiden asking for help, I'm gonna make this become true. Or, alright, I guess I'll help. It benefits that he doesn't tell everyone that I'm a fucking liar. I guess. I don't know.
yeah. But yeah, no, I'm. Damn, that's a lot. God damn it, Simi. Now I gotta think.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm waiting for Bowser to clap Leonor and Millie to take over and consume him. Dojo, can I see your D?
my bad. Ooh. Oh, my
I can
bad.
see your DMs. Oh no.
Oh yeah, my bad. My bad. My bad. Hold on. Give it a second.
All right. So yeah, that's the theory. That's the podcast. That's all for today.
We had 22 people in here. I appreciate all of y'all that have been coming. Emir,
Thank
Yo,
you.
Cal. Next week, we're doing Shift Zykes, right?
Yes. Orkai. Oh wait, I got it here in Plan Podcast. All right, we're done with Graffle, so delete that. All right, the Phantom Grows will be Fikes, Ascendant Fikes in Bahamut, and me and Phantom Crows.
Yep. So
Then
we will see y'all next week.
Servants of the Goddess with Melee, Mare, Sailor Melee, and Fowler.
Wouldn't we put Lily in there since she also serves Lilaha?
Uh, yeah, we can, and leave
We'll
her
work. We'll
for
talk about that behind the scenes. But we appreciate y'all. It is the general of lore, Simi.
and the Commander Dojo. It's podcast. We have to change title.
Got to change the titles every podcast.
Gotta change the titles every podcast.
Need all the Phantom Crows. Yes, Emir.
Also,
Yes, Emir. We need all the Phantom Crows as units.
yes, please give me a nail. And listen to this. I will pay for a nail.
I want
I
Lougseus.
will fucking play. I will fucking pay. I will fucking pull my wallet.
I
for a
want
nail.
Lougseus, and I want the
Yes,
chick with the
yes, Lougseus as well.
Lougseus and the chick with the claw. I need both of them.
Yes.
But,
I need a nail. I just want another mage, and they seem so cool. Also,
No,
sorry,
no,
guys.
I want the dude that uses the bow.
Yes.
We
unit,
literally
bow
just
unit.
got bow. What was it? Bow high boost? Two-handed bow?
No,
One-handed bow?
two-handed bow.
First off, before we end stream, Adis, I need a bow user. I need a spear
Please.
user. And I need a
Yes.
machine user. I don't care about anybody else. I want a bow user, I want a machine user, and I want a spear user. I want those three weapon types to be used more in the game. Because so far, you've...
Axis.
And axes. Oh my god, and
Axes.
axes. Because so far, you've stuck with swords. You've started bringing claws into the mix.
Thank you. Wait.
Mages. And
God, so much staff.
machines.
Listen,
You've
know
kept
what I
with
want?
3
A
or
spear
4 of them.
unit that is in the group, please. I want
Please,
spear
bro.
units.
Like the she wasn't is she's technically wait, hold on. Now I gotta
No, you're gonna attack?
No. Isn't she like who's the we don't have enough machines. I mean fair, like hold on. The last what was the last true spear unit that we've gotten?
The last?
Yeah, like what unit in the game, like now collabs, was just a spear unit?
None. I think the Grug is one,
Oh my
and
gosh.
we got none.
Yeah,
We
like
got
we don't have
no
enough
X
machines.
units.
Man, listen.
No spear units.
Murrin is good enough as a machine unit.
Yes.
But
We got no axes and no spears. And
Yeah,
no
no.
bow. And no bow.
like we need
Like, those
spears,
three.
axes, bow.
And bows. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Because we got
please.
swords, we got staffs, we got machines,
We got claws.
we got claws.
We're about to
so
get more machines. Machine and a
Please.
mage with the collab that's coming, bro. Like,
Please, just-
please. I
I
need
want
more
to-
diversity on my team.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no. Granados was also a spear unit, and he doesn't do damage.
Yes,
He's used as
Granados is
support.
spear. Madine is machine.
Yeah, so. But,
Granados is a spear, right?
yeah, so hold
Right.
on. We're getting off topic. Wait, no. Melee, Saintly Melee. She was an axe
side.
user. No, she was an axe, but they classify that as an axe, so.
Oh, okay. It's an egg.
It's a reach.
Yeah,
It's a reach.
but-
It's a reach.
So we need more bow.
Yeah, but
More bow users.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're gonna
Also,
call it here. Oh,
Also, sorry guys, I can't share the TLDR story mode because I don't want to spoil Lojo, and I can't give you my what will be next in the story because Dojo hasn't finished the story.
I'm gonna go finish. I'm off for
But
like the next
listen,
2 days, so I'm gonna go finish
I
the story
just
now.
know for the story we've played, Thasser's coming. And I can't wait to kick that motherfucker's ass!
Bro, we all know Barcelo's gonna come in.
Ready!
Barcelo's gonna come in and save everybody. But with that being said, General Simi and Commander Dojo signing out. Till next week, when we talk about the Phantom Crows.
But it's a good one.
And if you want to talk to us, link to the Church of Lore Discord
Join
in the description.
Discord, guys, and don't miss up on Lore Talk and
Facts.
when the next podcast is gonna be.
Yeah. And
Until then, take care, everyone.
later.
And read the news story.
25 watches.